best value. Every year, this is the most interesting and competitive category because there are so many options that come out in the value budget space, even some that are not on this table in front of me, that are super competitive and all have different things that they prioritize and at different price points. And that's always the question about value, isn't it? What price point are we going to have that qualifies it as a value phone? Should just be anything under 500 bucks or anything under 400? Maybe that makes more sense. Or maybe it should just be anything that just has the absolute max value for the price that you can shove in a phone, even if it is a flagship. And that's actually what I'm doing. The fact is, it's just harder though for a more expensive phone to actually deliver on much more value. The classic law of diminishing returns. How can an $800 phone give you twice as much value as a $400 phone? It just can't. So, Redmi every year has a ton of really competitive options. Also, it seems like Poco is always churning out at every single price point they possibly can. But what stood out to me this year, I do want to give a shout out to the Pixel 8a. It came out at 500 bucks and has a really good camera system in this price range, but it did kind of feel like it was clashing a little bit with the Pixel 8. But also, the CMF Phone 1 came out this year, and this was a $200 phone that delivered a lot of value in a bunch of ways, but also in just fun and modularity and accessibilities and this unique design. And you don't see any really other, I guess one other orange phone on this desk, but this was a really interesting phone to come out and was actually easy to recommend. So 200 bucks, it gets a shout out for sure. But my winner for best value for 2024, that's gonna go to the Nothing Phone 2a. So this phone launched at $350. It gave you a big, bright 120 hertz screen with uniform bezels all the way around. That's rare. Check. Flagship size 5,000 milliamp hour battery with 45 watt charging. Check. A serviceable 50 megapixel main camera plus an ultra wide if you need it. Check. Under display fingerprint reader. It didn't benchmark super high, but their performance has always been really smooth. They do a great job optimizing their software. And then of course the glyphs on the back, however you feel about those. This was just one of those phones that costs way less than all the other flagships here, but as you use it, at least as I used it, it consistently feels as smooth as and as well thought out as any other flagship, especially with the smoothness of the software. So a big shout out to them for that. It keeps getting software updates. I hope it gets way more. Nothing Phone 2a, impressive value.